Hey y'all, happy birthday to me. Okay, I just got a few words for y'all. I'm not sure how long it's gonna be, but you know, my words are full of wisdom and knowledge and love and grace, so and healing, and that's why I speak to y'all. It's a part of my divine purpose, but yeah, so I'm bringing this 30th birthday in with a lot of humility, with a lot of groundedness, with a lot of humbleness, with a lot of wholeness, with a lot of gratitude, with a lot of grace, with a lot of love, with a lot of joy, with a lot, okay, um, internally. And I'm divinely grateful for that. And I just want to talk to y'all about humility and balance and groundedness and pureness and honesty and just embracing exactly who you are, exactly where you are, and just the beauty of life and age, and time. I know a lot of us tend to think that, we're this age and we're that age and we're getting old and, we're running out of time. But, the reality of time is that everyone is on a different timeline. That's the reality that, everybody cannot grasp. And just on my personal path and my timeline and my journey, I spent a lot of birthdays, not just this one, but a lot of birthdays, just dealing with humility. And it just really taught me that, it's like now at this specific birthday, 30 in Matrix time, has taught me that, you know, um, a lot of humbleness, a lot of groundedness. And it also has taught me, and what I mean by humbleness and groundedness is just the pure fact that a lot of things I've done in my previous years of celebrating just does not fulfill me anymore. And it's like, because like I can't afford to do the ultimate things I want to do, and I'm still like a regular normal person. It just taught me to just really just take a deep breath in and deep breath out and just appreciate that I'm even alive, appreciate my life, appreciate the spiritual sense of being here and all the growth I've made and all the decisions I've made to get to this point of growth. You understand? So this is more of a birthday of just appreciating my journey, to be honest. And, of course I could have went out and got drunk and listened to music and celebrated, but at the end of the day, it's like last year I didn't get to do what I wanted to do either. And it really like pushed me into a mindset where, hey, you didn't get to do what you want to do. You barely got to celebrate, period. But guess what? You here, you're alive, you've grown. You understand? So it kind of pushed me into a mindset where it's like, I'm just gonna be full of gratitude no matter what. That's what my 29th birthday did, And honestly, just on my path, period, like it's been tons of birthdays I've sacrificed. Like at least 10 birthdays I've sacrificed where I've done like nothing at all. And, a lot of people would not be okay with that. And trust me, I've been through my phases where it was just like, oh, I'm just angry, I'm upset, I'm sad, I'm mad, I'm crying, I'm dying, I'm doing all of these things, you know. But this specific year, it was something deeper that came over me that did not allow me to be in a headspace where I am mourning or just like soaking in disappointment or sadness or any of that. Like, it was more so a calmness that came over me spiritually because I've reached a whole nother level. Like, I have, and I cannot deny that. And I'm like 1,000% grateful for the growth I've made, the decisions I've made to make that growth over this period of time. It's been a while, but I know, like, the thing about humility, the thing about humility and humbleness and groundedness is the fact that you're gonna be okay no matter what. No matter what, you know, it's beautiful, honestly. And another thing about humility that I've learned, not only on my birthday though, I've been through tons of situations that has taught me humility. And if you Google humility right now, you'll understand that humility is not a bad thing. Humility is part of the Creator. Humility is part of the divine. God created humility so you can learn to be humble. You understand? So if you ever been through a situation where you're just completely embarrassed, maybe publicly embarrassed, you understand that situation is made to make you stronger divinely, spiritually, emotionally, internally, and even physically if you allow it to be. You understand? Humility is not a bad thing at all. Growing into humility can feel like a bad thing. It can feel terrible, you know. But if your heart is divine, you'll find a beauty in it. So my experience of growing into humility, which I said, like, this, my birthdays is not like the first time I've actually grown into humility. I've been through tons of embarrassing moments, and moments that has humbled my spirit and my soul and has like killed my ego plenty of times. But the beauty in humility, that's what the divine wants me to speak to you about. The beauty in humility, right? There's a lot of beauty in it. The beauty in humility is that once you have reached a certain point of it, you have nothing to prove to anyone but yourself, or maybe the Most High. You have anything that you have been like humiliated about or embarrassed about, it will not, once you've been through it, like, it will not shape your character. It will not limit you. Like, the limits you've had based on like society and just I'm trying to say standing out, but it's like the opposite. I'm trying to say fitting in. Fitting in certain societies and circumstances won't fucking matter to you at all. Feeling guilt or bad about something that's completely human like and normal, because a lot of times in today's society, a lot of things that's completely normal and human is frowned upon and is looked at as bad, and people judge you harshly from it, from just being human, you know. All of that shit, like, doesn't even fucking matter anymore. And it really allows the inner strength within you to shine. It allows the inner confidence in you to shine. It allows you to thrive. It allows you to not to be you in a space where you're not criticizing yourself based on society's opinion or based on what everyone else is doing. You understand? You just live freely as yourself, creatively as yourself, without holding yourself accountable to society's opinion or other people's opinions. So humility is a beautiful thing, to be honest. You know, just coming from me. A lot of people probably won't agree with that, but the people who does not agree with that is still living in the ego. And it's okay, you know, I'm a vessel of the creator, so I'm not here to judge anybody, but you know, the ego can definitely limit you to your full potential, your own personal full potential, where you want to see yourself. Not where everybody else want to see you, not what everybody else expects of you, not you trying to fit in with society or hold yourself to a standard of society that you don't even care about personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all ego. And once you learn to let the ego die off, and what humility naturally does, it kills the ego naturally. And like I said, it could be a harsh feeling at first, but once you accept that and you grow into that, it's beautiful. Because there's no limit within yourself. There's no limit to the potential within yourself. Like, it literally, humility literally humbles you to a point where it's just you. And I personally feel like the divine and the Most High has put me through all these phases of humility to grow my confidence and to grow my inner strength and to grow my value of myself without ego. You understand? Like, I've always been like the underdog or like the oddball. You know what I'm saying? I'm very different even to this day. I'm very different from most people. So being very different automatically makes you like misunderstood. It makes you different. It just makes you different. Like, in order to be number one, you gotta be odd, right? Because number one is an odd number. So you can't, it's just not, it's not meant for you to fit in. Sometimes not at all. You understand? So, happy birthday to me. I'm very humble, very grounded, very proud to be stepping into my 30s, to be honest, because the 20s was very fast for me. The 20s was very ghetto for me. The 20s was very full of drama and lessons and pain and hardship for me. So for me to be stepping out of that is literally me stepping out of that into a stage of maturity is what I feel. Being 30 is like the mature phase, you know, the mature generation. And I'm proud to be here, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm grateful to be here because it's a lot of people that don't even make it to 30. So I just wanted to share this to you guys with love and humility and honesty and pureness and joy and depth. You know, I've dived so deep into myself that it's literally no turning back. Not that I want to, but it's just no turning back. Once you get to a certain aspect of learning yourself internally, you don't want to turn back. You don't, and a lot of times pain and pressure and lessons and emptiness pushes you into growth. And like, I've heard a lot of talk lately, which might directly relate to this message of, God being in the dark. God is light. He is, but you find him a lot in the dark. You understand? Like, when you're going through your worst times, when you're just empty and you're alone and you trying to talk to somebody and find some guidance and find some answers and clarity, that's when you find God. And if you allow him, if you listen to him, if you just learn to listen, you can hear him and you can grow from that and you can thrive from that and you can be from that. You understand? So I'm just so proud of myself, to be honest. I'm very proud of myself for making it to this point, even though I still have a lot to work on. I do. But I'm at a place in my life where I'm just not hard on myself. Being hard on myself never helped me, to be honest, because I had enough passion and love and drive in myself to get things done regardless. But me putting that pressure on myself and that forcefulness on myself delayed me, to be honest. It delayed me. If I was loving myself like I am now, if I was trusting myself like I am now, I would have got further, but this is a journey. And like I said, everybody is on different timelines. So it's just it makes no sense to compare. It makes no sense to compare or compete with anyone because everybody is on a different timeline. Everybody's journey is different. Some may be easier and some may be more difficult and more hard, but that's personal, that's sacred. So I've even before I became this enlightened or enlightened to the fact that I'm enlightened, I've probably always been enlightened, but me becoming enlightened to the fact that I'm enlightened and full of wisdom and knowledge is different. You understand that? So just me learning that, I've learned, even before I've learned my grace of enlightenment and my inner strength and my inner wisdom, my inner gifts, before I've learned all that, I still never really compared or competed myself with another human being. And the first reason of that is it's not because I didn't have ego, because I definitely did. The first reason of that, because even with my ego, I've went through so many trials and tribulations and lessons and just bullshit in my life that I would be a fool to try to compete with another human being because, my whole life was full of lessons. You understand? So me trying to compare and compete myself with another human being will only drag me down further. So I've never been one to be into that. You understand? It has been projected on me, so I might have got caught up in it a little bit, but I've definitely had a quick awakening to it. Hold on, wait, you can't do this. You go through too much, your life is too complicated to try to compete with anybody, okay? But yeah, but once you learn to fully put ego and all the shit that doesn't matter to the side, you actually learn it makes no sense. It's foolish actually to compare yourself to other people, try to compete with other people, try to one up another person, because you don't know what type of journey they're on. You don't, even if it's a homeless person, you understand? It could be a homeless person you meet. You don't know what type of journey they're on. There's been tons of homeless people that has became millionaires and billionaires and celebrities and successful. You understand? And that's because they are on a different timeline than everybody else. They're on their own journey. Everyone is on their own journey. Everybody has a different purpose. And even if their purpose are similar to yours, like, you still cannot compare. You understand? It's kind of like when you compare and compete with people, it's kind of like getting in your own way and getting in God's way, to be honest, because you never know what type of divine mission God has people on. So if you're the type of person that wants to compare and compete with people and actually do actions to try to destroy other people, you're literally destroying yourself. Because if a person is on a mission for God, it's nothing you can do to get in the way with that. You understand that? And the more you try to get in the way of that and stop that and block that, the less years you're putting on your life. You understand? Karma is real. You should not, I would not advise anyone, whether you have the knowledge to do it or you're doing it without like the knowledge that you're doing it. But you shouldn't wish bad on anybody. You shouldn't, because you never know, even if they seem low to you, you know, or beneath you. You don't know what type of mission God has for that person. So it's not really wise to drag them or wish bad upon them. You understand that? But I'm just joyful. Honestly, I've done a lot more in previous years of my birthday. I've done more. I've been around more people. I've done this, I've done that. But I've never been here spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. Like, I've never just been here full, whole. And honestly, this is somewhere I've fought to be all my life. So I'm so grateful to be here, even though I did not celebrate how I would envision myself to celebrate. You see what I'm saying? But it doesn't matter, because me being here in this essence and this grace and this growth and this fulfillment within my heart and my soul means so much more. I feel like a lot of people can relate to this, you know, people who don't get to celebrate their birthday how they want to celebrate it, you know. That's how I was last year and all the previous years. But this year I didn't really, I mean, those thoughts definitely popped up, but I didn't, I'm just too mature. I'm just too far in my journey to, like, really let that, like, overtake me. You understand? I just see, like, my vision is so higher than that, to be honest. But for those who were feeling that, I felt that definitely a lot. Don't, it's hard to say not take it personal, because it is personal. You know, it's your birthday. But don't let it overtake you. I would say, like, don't let it define you if you can't celebrate your birthday how you want to. You understand? I'm an alchemist. I believe in alchemy. You understand? And a part of that is natural. is literally a natural state of being inside of me. And a part of alchemy is literally finding the beauty in anything, everything, any circumstance, any situation, anything. I see beauty in it. I see beauty in pain. You understand? And a lot of people didn't understand that about me, But I do. I could meet the worst person on earth and I could still find something beautiful about them. I could be in a worse circumstance and I'll still feel something beautiful about it. You understand? You can work more with excuse me. You can work more with beauty than you can with darkness. You can, but I see the oh my gosh. I see the light in the darkness. I do. I'm gonna end it because I got the hiccups. I guess that means I'm growing. Love and light.